The mother hen is going to keep her eggs warm by sitting on them, but we're going to use the incubator and not the mother hen. The mother hen would also use her feet to turn the eggs, and you're going to hear the incubator turn eggs regularly. So if you listen closely, every once in a while you'll hear it making noise and you'll see those eggs moving. It's just over 90 degrees in the incubator, so it's really warm in there. For us, it would feel like a hot summer day. The sides of the incubator keep the eggs safe from being cracked because it keeps the eggs inside of the incubator. Okay, so teachers, we are going to have students act out what it's like to be a chick inside of the egg. So we need all the students to stand up, space themselves out a bit, and students to go ahead and crouch down like you're an egg. So you're going to wrap your arms around your knees and tuck your head between your knees, and then you're going to be all tucked inside of the egg. And we're going to show you, so you might have to look up a little bit, what the egg looks like each day and how the chick is growing and changing. So McKenna will demonstrate that while I'm talking about it. So again, on the very first day, our egg is just an egg and with yolk inside. We can't see anything else inside of it. But let's go out to like day 4. So we're halfway through the week and we're starting to see the red spot in there with the veins. So go ahead and again and find your veins on your arms and your hands. That's what's developing this day. Okay, let's take a look at day 7. Day 7 is the very end of the first week. We are a third of the way to having a chick. We can see the chick inside. So go ahead and kind of sit up. You can start to see here that it looks like it's forming a tail, and it looks like it's starting to form maybe some wings. So you can kind of move your wings around a little bit. It has a big head and big eyes to see. All right. Now let's take a look at day 9. That's a couple more days after that. Oh, we really start to see the legs can move. So go ahead and move your legs a little bit. You have legs that can move. You're still sitting up. Let's look at day 12. Day 12, we're a little over halfway through. This really looks like a chick now, and you can start to see the wings can move, and it has a neck to move around and turn its head. At day 14, we are 2 weeks through. We're just 1 week away from having a baby chick, and it's really starting to grow a lot more. So move around and wiggle around and grow some more. On day 17, I believe this is the last day the incubator turns the eggs and moves them around. We're starting to see some feathers, so go ahead and pretend you have some feathers on your arms and your legs. You're developing some feathers. On day 19, we are at that point really excited because our chicks are about to hatch. You can see they don't quite take up the whole egg yet, but they're starting to move around. So our chicks are kind of turning their heads a little bit because they're so full that they've almost filled up the whole egg. So go ahead and kind of just put your head down, move your arms and legs in because you've almost filled up the entire inside of the egg. On day 20, you can see it's really filled up the side of the egg. And then what's going to happen on day 21? Yes, they're going to hatch out. So now go ahead and pretend that you're pecking at the side of the egg because you're going to peck a hole in it and then you're going to hatch out into a chick. Cheep, cheep, cheep. And that is how the chick develops inside of the egg. So as we just saw, eggs need 21 days to develop completely into chicks. So we go from day 1 where we have nothing inside the egg but the yolk all the way to hatching. And do we have any mother hens inside of our classroom? No, right? And usually chicks would develop underneath the mom who's going to keep them warm, and she's going to use her legs to turn the eggs and rotate them. But because we don't have a mother hen, we're using an incubator. So the incubator is going to keep the chicks warm. It's going to tell us the temperature that's on the inside, and if that temperature isn't warm enough, it will beep and let us know so that we can check on it and get it warm again. And because we don't have the mother hen to rotate the eggs with her feet, the incubator is going to turn, and you might hear and kind of see those eggs are rotating inside of the incubator. It's going to turn them. Inside of the incubator, it's over 90 degrees. It's like a really warm summer day. The incubator also is going to keep the eggs from being cracked. Just like the mother hen keeps the eggs safe, the incubator, you can look in it, but you don't need to touch the eggs, so that way they're not going to crack. So today, let's review quickly what we talked about. McKenna started talking to you about needs versus wants.
Yep, so let's kind of go back and talk a little bit about what our need was again. So what was the difference between a need and a want? Our need is something we need in order to survive, right? It's like our food, our water, we need shelter. Our chickens, they're gonna need heat, right? In order to stay warm so they can hatch properly. Our wants is gonna be our extra special things like our fun games or our TV time or brand new clothes, right? Those are just extra special, we'll call them treats that we can get that we don't necessarily need in order to survive.
And we're going to talk about in a couple more weeks needs and wants again and look at when our chicks hatch, if their needs and wants change and what some of those needs and wants are. So keep in mind what needs and wants are. And then we also looked inside the egg to see how many days it takes to hatch. And how many days does it take to hatch? That's right, 21. So now today it's going to be time for your teachers to put the eggs in the incubators if they haven't already. And then there are workbooks that you can use in your classroom that have different fun activities for you to do. And so your teachers will help guide you through those when it's time to do the correct worksheets. Happy hatching!